On behalf of all assembled here today, I should now like to invite our newest alumnus, Dr. David Shore, to address Convocation.
Thank you, Dr. Coates, Chancellor Cohen, President Chakma, faculty members, and anyone else who was part of this decision. My mother is very happy. To the graduates, no matter what you do with your life, you will always be proud, as I am today for the first time, to call yourself a Western University graduate. Of course, unlike yours, my degree is honorary, which is kind of ironic. It'd be a much bigger honor if it wasn't honorary. Just code for you can't use this. This isn't real. Not sure how that's actually an honor, but I am appreciative. Unlike yours, mine is just a piece of paper. Actually, it's a piece of leather, I think, so that's nice. But that in no way diminishes the honor in my mother's eyes. I went to Western years ago, but I did not get a diploma from Western. I did not graduate. After 2 years, I left because I knew what I wanted from my life, and I wanted to get there as soon as possible. So I packed my bags and I went to law school. That's what I wanted. My point is, I was an idiot. My larger point, because it seems today I should have a larger point, is that in all likelihood, you are idiots too. I don't know if your parents started the applause there. Everybody in their 20s is an idiot, which is not surprising because, and I say this with the wisdom that time brings, everybody in their 50s is an idiot too. Parents, whatever your age, give your kids a knowing nod. And extrapolating, I'm hoping to be an idiot in my 80s and 90s because it's okay to be an idiot as long as you realize it. I'm not saying you know nothing. You obviously know a lot. Piece of paper you're going to be receiving shortly is testament to that. I'm just saying there's a whole lot of stuff you don't know. And that's actually good and exciting. It's actually fundamentally important. Too many people in this world don't know that they're idiots. Don't know that issues are way more complicated than they think they are. I'm sure you all have a lot of strong positions you proudly hold and declare. Good for you. Fight for what you believe in. But if you feel exactly like you do today when you're 30, when you're 40, when you're 50, that doesn't mean you refuse to sell out. That means you refuse to grow. Refuse to listen. Refuse to look at the world and at the people with whom you disagree with an open mind. Either that or you're already perfect. And if you think that, well, you're an idiot. But I also strongly suspect that the administration of this fine university did not invite me here today to call you idiots. I believe the traditional expectation is to inspire, to use my life and my words to inspire the leaders of tomorrow, because that is what you are, the leaders of tomorrow. It is worth noting, though, that you are also the followers of tomorrow. Bear that in mind. There's a certain amount of pressure that comes from standing on a stage and telling a collection of young people how to live their lives. That pressure is slightly abated as I think back to the words that were spoken to me at my own university convocation, and I realize that I remember none of them, or who said them. So I stand here secure in the knowledge that for most of you, my 10 minutes here are a waste of time. But I'm going to continue on. They gave me the time. Thank you. Many people have had this opportunity, and many people have chosen not to waste this time. So I did take this seriously. I did some research, and I learned that you could and arguably would be better served to go online and watch Tim Minchin's 2013 commencement speech to the University of Western Australia, Elizabeth Warren's 2016 speech to Suffolk University, Barack Obama's 2016 address to Howard University, Justin Trudeau's 2018 address to NYU, but you probably won't, because there are a lot of shorter, funnier videos online. But I did. And one speech in particular stuck with me. Steve Jobs, as representative really, Steve Jobs spoke to Stanford class of 2005. He had 3 pieces of advice. 1, the only way to be truly satisfied is to do what you believe is great work, and the only way to do great work is to love what you do. Don't settle. 2, he said you have to trust that the dots will somehow connect in your future. You have to trust in something, your gut, life, karma, whatever. This approach has never let me down, and it has made all the difference in my life, he said. And 3, he concluded, unfortunately, quite ironically, he was healthy at this moment, remembering that I'll be dead soon is the most important tool I've ever encountered to help me make the big choices in life. All external expectations, all pride, all fear of embarrassment or failure, these things just fall away in the face of death, leaving only what's important. That kind of summarizes the life lessons that all these commencement addresses try to impart. Do what you love, follow your dreams, and life is short. And I disagree with every part of that. I'm serious. Don't get me wrong. Yes, I'm obviously a big believer that you shouldn't be afraid to follow your dreams. I'm also a big believer that you shouldn't be afraid to give up on your dreams. We've got enough good-looking dog walkers in Hollywood. Because things do not always turn out for the best. Things always turn out for the best is something said by people for whom things have turned out for the best. Which is why I'm very uncomfortable with my life story being held up as an example to aspire to. Because, to overwork a theme, I was an idiot. The fact that it all worked out very nicely doesn't make me any less of an idiot. I quit law, moved to LA, and started writing, in that order. I didn't write part-time, honing my craft, continuing to earn a living. I quit, moved, and then started typing. The fact that some people say it was courageous does not mean it wasn't also idiotic. In fact, it was not even courageous. Because there was one thing I was not an idiot about. I did know something. It wasn't courageous because I knew it wasn't that big a deal. Failure wasn't that big a deal. If I failed, all that would happen was that I'd have to go back to law with my tail between my legs and with a tan. And 5 years after that, it would just be an amusing anecdote. Because life is not short. For most of us, there will be plenty of time to screw up over and over and over again and maybe get 1 or 2 things right eventually. Success cannot be what drives you. Failure cannot be what you run from. I've always written what I found entertaining and crossed my fingers that other people would like it. I've always completely accepted that they might not, and if they didn't, I'd have come back to law with no regrets. Because most days, I do not love what I do. Writers hate writing, love having written. There is no magic job. Was I destined to write? Was writing my only way to happiness? If I had failed, if my career had not unfolded as it had, would I be miserable today? I hope not. Yes, for millions of people, Monday nights at 10 would be a miserable time, but I'd be fine. I hope I would have been able to take whatever career I wound up in and made the most of it, because your job does not define you. What you do with your job, what you do with everything else in your life, that's what defines you, which is too bad, because I've got the coolest job in the world. So what does it all mean? Try to follow your dreams. Try to do what you love. We all have the power to change the world. Just don't feel too bad if you don't. Try again. Be good, be kind, be honorable. That BS, that I believe in. That is what will give your life meaning. That is what you will look back on with pride. Lead wisely, follow wisely, take your time, make the best choices you can, and try to have fun. It's not always easy, even when your dreams come true. Of course, I'm an idiot. I could be wrong. So thank you and good luck.